Hello friends, welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. And today, got some real big sun behind me, but we're going to do a fixed blade Friday, brought to you, I believe HT at HT's EDC started this open tag. It's a fun open tag. Um, yeah, the sun's just starting to settle down. You know, it's 7:52 here in northern Michigan. But the knife we're going to look at is Marbles MR. Sorry, get it close enough. You can see it, MR556. I just checked on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. This knife is $21.99. It's a leather stacked hand. Oh, you got to see this. 11 and a half inches overall. Beautiful, beautiful knife for $22. Are you going to beat that? Look at that sheath. I mean, it's not JO Ventures or some of our guys' quality here on, in our knife community, but it's leather. Feels pretty good. Oh, look at this blade too. Oh, look at that. Nice thickness. Probably, I'm going to say eighth of an inch. Got some fullers. Got the beautiful marble tang stamp. Come on. Come on, camera. There it goes. There we are. Got the MR, come on, 556. Yes, it is made in Pakistan. Brass guard, brass pommel. They say it's full tang. If I'm guessing more rat tail, but that's my guess. Really comfortable in either hand. You can choke up here. I'm probably going to put a sharpening choil in it right there just to bring it down, because you can see from the factory sharpening, it's already got a little bit of a smile. But man, this thing just feels so good in hand. It's got a, the leather stack's got a nice swell point right here on both ways. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be real careful so I don't do that to myself again. My knife yesterday took a chunk out of me. Sliced it nicely, sliced it clean off. But yeah, this is a knife I've had in my collection for a while. It's a beautiful knife. Need to start, maybe, I don't know, that's probably a little big for daily carry. Might carry it around the homestead here though. That's a good size. I should have brought some paper out to test the sharpness, but I'm sure yeah, it's sharp. It will pop hair. It pops some hair off my arm. I mean, it's not clean shaven, but it did take a couple strands off. For a big fixed blade, that's pretty good. Man, can't believe $22. I, it's just such a good looking piece. I mean, how can you just, it's just a wonderful piece of cutlery. Man, yeah, fits in my big hand well. I mean, I do get a little bit from the pommel, but not bad. Like I said, that swell in the center really makes it comfortable. Love the clip point, the swedge. Oops, sorry, had it out of the camera, but the clip point and the swedger, I'm sorry, I had it too low. I apologize about that. But man, it's just, guess what I'm going to say is, where else are you going to get a beautiful fixed blade like this for 22 bucks? Might be cheaper on Chicago Knife Works. I don't know. Chicago Knife Works is pretty good. I'm not going to complain about them. It's just their shipping's gotten slower than it used to be, but that everything's gotten slower than it used to be shipping wise and stuff. Doesn't matter where you get it from. Um, Man, just trying to look to see. Yeah, this is a rat tail because yeah, because right there you can see, if I can get the camera to play nice, you can see where it goes in. Come on. Well, you can see where the blade size drops down to about, just like that, and goes in, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with a rat tail. It's just, they say it's full tang. I don't believe it's full tang. One, you can't see it, and plus there's no sign back here of it, so this is probably screwed on or pressed on the pommel. Man, just a really good looking knife. Trying to find things to nitpick it on, but it's just the leather feels good. Wouldn't want it any smoother than it is because then you wouldn't have like any gription, because that leather, the in between the individual pieces, you can feel, but that's what gives you so you actually get a good grip. It can have a good grip when it's wet. Man, I'm trying to find something that I just shouts out at me. Okay, it's got a little imperfection on the blade, on the spine of the blade. Trying to get it to come on. Well, it's got a little imperfection right there. It's not bad. I don't think it's going to break. Just, maybe they should have polished it a little bit more. Grind looks even on both sides. Man, 22 bucks. Um, Shoot, if you got a couple vehicles, this would make a great, if you want a fixed blade in your your vehicles, this would make a great fixed blade for your vehicles. And you're going to want to be a little careful storing it in a sheath, especially with the temperature changes. Leather sheath, it's probably going to corrode. But if you're just using it as a user, little corrosion ain't going to stop you from using it. I'm just saying, would be nice with a kydex sheath or a nylon sheath. But this style of knife with the leather stacked handle would it just would not look good with that type of sheath. Hang on, I got to get a drink of my Coke Zero. I tell you, this week Coke Zero has just been hitting it out of the park. I go through stages like that. I'll go like a month where I won't drink soda at all, and then when I do get, it's just like I just love it for like 2 weeks, and then it's like I overdrink it, and I go back to iced tea and lemonade and water. I still drink lemonade and water, even when I'm drinking this, because I'm not going to drink just pure soda. But yeah, back to the knife. It's a great feeling knife. Take another look at the sheath. The leather is pretty thin. The sheath is consistently the thickness of the strap there. You can see um, nothing to write home about. It is double stitched. Does look pretty good. What I mean by double stitch, if you don't know, you got 2 rows of stitching all the way around. And I'm not trying to say anybody's ignorant or anything like that. I didn't know when it first started out. Um, Not too sure about the belt loop. The stitching right there looks good, but I have had where they just single stitch the belt loop on where it has popped, the stitching popped. Really cool looking button on it though. Hopefully the camera will play nice with us so you guys can read it. Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? That is cool looking. I like the button or the snap or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the sheath is it's what you'd expect for a $22 knife. Honestly, they didn't put any money in the sheath really. It's all right here in the knife, and honestly, that's where I'd rather have the money spent is on the knife because this is this is what this is what you bought. You didn't buy the sheath. If I want to get a really nice sheath for this, I'll send it over to somebody that does leather work here in the community. Okay, there's something. The plunge for the swedge is a little bit off. It's not centered. You can see the line there, but that, like I said, I am nitpicking now for a $22 knife. That's actually the tang stamps is actually stamped. It's not a etching. Man, $22 knife. I have to nitpick it to find something wrong with it. Pretty good knife. If you're looking for like an 11.5-inch overall fixed blade with about an 8-inch blade, there you go. They say it's 11.5 inches overall. My hand span's 9. So yeah, that blade's 8. So that would leave 3.5. I think it might be a little bigger than 11.5. Might be. I could be wrong. It could be right there because 3.5 inches. Yeah, that might be 3.5 inches. but still, just a beautifully, beautifully well made blade. On not trying to sell you on it. I don't get nothing from it. It's just when I find a good knife, especially a good budget friendly knife that is from a brand that does, they stand behind their stuff. Every experience I've had with them, and I've had one with them, and they stood behind it. Um, it just I yeah, you know how I am, guys. I like my budget blades. I like my higher end blades. I don't know when you can find, like I said, something this nice for 22 bucks. It's hard not to come out here and praise it and show it and let you all see it, because oh, that is a wonderful blade for the money. Gosh dang, it feels so good in hand. That's what blows my mind. It feels so good in hand. This feels like something you could chop with, do whatever you need, and you wouldn't get a lot of hand fatigue. You're going to get hand fatigue from doing that, especially me because I have hand issues. But man, that just feels so secure in my hands that it gives me, maybe it's giving me a false sense of security, but it's giving me a sense of security that I could go out and do the tasks that I need to do with it. In fact, you know what? For 22 bucks, I think there's going to be a video of it this weekend of me doing some usage with it. If it breaks, it's 22 bucks. If it does awesome, hey, there you go. Viewing it will tell the truth. So yeah, I think I'm going to use it this weekend. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, because we're watching the grand puppy, and tomorrow afternoon we got our grandson too. Uh, so I'll see. I'll probably try to do it tomorrow morning. Got to be sure that the grand puppy doesn't try and get in the way because I'd feel horrible if I hit him. That'd be bad. So we'll see how it works out. Thanks for watching again. Uh, if you want one of these MR556s, they're on Smoky Mountain Knife Works for $21.99. Yeah, how do you beat that? That's yeah. I don't want to oversell it because, like I said, I'm not trying to sell the knife, but it just, when you find something good, you just want to share it. So with that being said, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I love you guys' comments. I got to remember to start doing this earlier in the video. Maybe it'd remind some people and help some people to do it. I don't know. And if you're going to subscribe, right down here, right um, here, there's a little button you can click on. It'll subscribe you. So that's cool. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Live long, prosper, collect your own way.